Are you there? Wave. La 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 la.
Was that recent?
Which one?
What I just asked you? What I just asked you, was that recent?
Oh, it's been since last year.
Oh, yeah.
But now when people say stuff, I'll be like I was talking to this lady and she said, I know what
Do I look attractive?
Yeah, she was like, I know what you're doing. Now I'll be like, I got kids at home.
We need to start being in Facebook so I can tag you.
I'm on Facebook.
But are you with my?
I tried to follow
Are you
you.
my friend?
No, but I try to follow you.
Oh, she said no, Eduardo. She said you're not her friend.
No, you are.
That's not
Live,
nice.
direct from Atlanta, Georgia. You're listening Que Onda con Eduardo Fernandez on Rock, Radio, and more.
It would be nice to have some dancers in the back. Okay. Vámonos in 5, in 5. We're going in 5. We're going in 5. 1. ¡Woo, woo, woo!
¿Qué huele, qué huele?
Continuamos esta mañana en ¿Qué onda? Yo soy Eduardo Fernández, transmitiendo desde Atlanta, Georgia, a todo el mundo, gracias a rockradioandmore.com, a nuestra aplicación disponible para teléfonos iPhone y teléfonos Android, que la pueden bajar completamente gratis en las tiendas de aplicaciones de Apple Store y la tienda de aplicación de Google Play. Bájenla, ahí nos pueden seguir con la aplicación, nos pueden seguir, nos pueden mandar texto, nos pueden seguir en redes sociales, nos pueden mandar hasta un mensaje de voz. Tenemos esa feature de las, ¿sabes qué? Eduardo, yo creo que sí, yo creo que no, lo que tú quieras, y los mandas rápidamente. Puedes ir a la tienda de shop.rockradioandmore.com, hacer tus compras completamente seguras en shop.rockradioandmore. Puedes comprar tu gorra, puedes comprarte tu taza. Mira que ahí estás y bueno, total, nos pueden seguir en redes sociales, mandar hasta textos y demás. Esta mañana estoy con Carlos Sánchez, el protagonista.
El protagonista.
El protagonista. Y con Alegra. Alegra, buenos días. Alegría.
Hi, how are you?
Just fine. Te llamas Alegría, ¿no?
Yeah, my name's Allaigra, but you can say Alegría.
Alegría, me gusta eso. Sí. Vamos a decirlo así, estamos con alegría.
Yo estoy muy alegría.
Eso, estoy con alegría, qué padre.
Well,
Bueno,
welcome.
Thank you.
estamos muy contentos porque Alegra nos va a platicar de pues una actividad muy chida y me gustaría que yo, ¿sabes qué? Yo voy haciendo traducciones, si quieres platicar un poquito con ella en inglés, tú, sí, Carlos, y yo voy haciendo la traducción, pero esto es súper padre, muy padre lo que platicamos, Carlos, antes estábamos platicando que los latinos tenemos el problema que no voluntariamos, no formamos parte de comunidad. Sábados y domingos nos dedicamos a cosas X, Y, a mí, a mi familia, pero no salimos en comunidad a hacer nada.
Como que nos alejamos de ese tema a veces cuando habla o menciona uno de salir a servir a la comunidad, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Y yo lo digo por lo personal, por lo que he visto y en situaciones de que yo he estado, y pues sí, somos muy como necios para pararnos e ir a hacer algo positivo para nuestra comunidad. A veces siento que se nos hace más fácil hablar de la gente en vez de ir a ayudar a
sí,
la gente, ¿verdad?
Nos gusta el chisme.
El chisme, mental.
Chisme y mamada y media. Pero bueno, vamos a darle la bienvenida y si quieres hacerle unas preguntas respecto al evento.
Absolutamente.
Y me da chance para traducir.
Sí, señor. Ok, Miss Alegra.
Yes.
How are you this
Allaigra.
morning?
I'm really good. I'm
good.
thankful to be here. I want to give thanks to Christ Ansang Hong and Heavenly Mother for allowing me to be here today. And I just want to share. And speaking on the subject that you mentioned, maybe people don't have the opportunity to volunteer. So
You're right. Maybe they haven't been presented the
Yeah.
idea to them. You're right, and it's got to start somewhere, correct?
yeah.
Ella forma parte de una iglesia que han estado creando este programa de pues comunitario para limpiar Atlanta, porque se han dado cuenta que de lo que se hablaba, ¿verdad? De lo que se hablaba en Nueva York en los 90s, un mayor, que no quiero decir el nombre de este imbécil, pero que en ese tiempo tuvo una muy buena idea, el alcalde de Nueva York, de limpiar el metro, el sistema de metro
El graffiti.
el graffiti, quitar todo eso, y los empezaron a hacer un poquito más nice, y con eso eliminaron el crimen.
El porcentaje del crimen, que digo 73%.
Algo así. Y el detalle es que cuando tú eliminas el desorden y cuando creas ambientes bonitos, la gente se comporta diferente. Y bueno, adelante. Ahora sí, la iglesia se llama, what's the name of the church if you can just go very slow?
Yes. It's the World Mission Society Church of God.
La misión mundial, la sociedad de la misión mundial
Yes.
De la iglesia de Dios.
de la iglesia de Dios.
Yeah.
Muy bien, adelante.
Yeah.
All
Ahora
right, so we have this project going on set for November 17th
Yes.
at 9 a.m.
Yes.
Where can we meet up?
So it's the Clarence T. Martin Recreational Center.
Clarence T. Martin Recreation.
Yes, it's in Adamsville. It
Okay.
used to be called the Adamsville Recreational Center. So
And how far is that from like the actual city of Atlanta?
from the city of Atlanta, it's probably 20 minutes.
Okay.
From where we are, it might be a little longer.
Right,
but yeah, it takes me about 45 minutes from Norcross to drive there.
Okay. And
North or south?
You're south, going south.
South, and then, but you meet there as a church, but where is the cleanup?
So we clean up on Martin Luther King Drive, and we go down different streets. So the councilwoman, Andrea Boone, she actually sets up what streets we're going to clean up. Each time it's progressed. So we've been doing this since 2012, and the first time it was just Martin Luther King Drive. But I don't have all of the streets memorized, but we move down the streets and we do it in groups. So once we gather all together, we actually break up into different groups, and we have an assigned area to clean up.
Okay.
Pues no te tienes que estar ahí, yo creo que no tienes que juntarte
Do
ahí.
we have to meet up at the church or?
No, it's not even at the church. We don't meet at the church.
Oh,
so
that's right.
yeah, we
Cierto.
meet at the recreational center.
But do we need to meet there?
Yes, if you want to get on a team and kind of work together, because even Andrea actually invites the city out to come. So she does her own little message through the city of Atlanta, the council, and then also the Department of Corrections. They also invite
So basically
people.
the goal is let's get these streets cleaned up.
Yes, and the area that we are in is an area where the crime rate is a little higher than other areas. Yeah.
And MLK is notorious for that, unfortunately.
Yes.
Such a beautiful area with a lot of history, and
Yes.
unfortunately, it's also a feeding frenzy down there, for lack of terms.
Yes,
As far
unfortunately.
as crime, but it is a beautiful, very historical area.
It is.
Yes, it is. But básicamente lo que se está haciendo es, en esta dirección que podemos postear ahorita en nuestro video y podemos postear en Facebook, se van a juntar todos, la gente se junta ahí.
Y se
What
dividen
time?
en grupos.
El 17.
El 17 de noviembre
Ajá.
a las 9 a.m.
A las 9 a.m.
9 de la
en la
mañana.
mañana te juntas. ¿Es sábado? ¿Is that a Saturday?
No, it's a Sunday morning, and
Sunday morning.
and it doesn't last long. Like, we are a group that cleans up for real. We don't, not because you turned your back, we're not cleaning up. We're cleaning up for real. We're happy the whole time. We're singing the whole time. People
Nice.
they're wondering what kind of group is this.
But what, can I ask you something? Can I complain about it? Why is Sunday at 9?
Well, we
What's
actually,
my sleeping?
yeah, it's difficult to wake up, and I know some people that go to church. We actually worship on Saturdays, so that's why we don't do anything on Saturday.
So you're
Yeah, so Sunday morning is like our Saturday for other people, so it's easy for us to get out there. And
Sunday morning is like Monday, really.
Yes, for us. Okay. Yes. So we get up and we get out there, and if you don't want to come at 9 a.m., there's potential you'll see us because we wear the same clothes. So people recognize.
Shirts,
so I can
hand it out.
I can meet you there.
Yeah, if you
I'll do that.
Yeah, if you meet there,
I'm gonna go.
You'll see us. And you'll see that we're matching clothes. And most people, they're honking at us the whole time we're cleaning up because it's very noticeable. We don't just have one church there. Actually, Alabama comes out, and Savannah, they drive up here 4 hours. So we have churches everywhere. Like I mentioned earlier, we have 8,800 churches.
Do you guys do the same vice versa? Do you guys go to other cities and help out over there?
And thankfully, we received a proclamation from Athens, and also Augusta wants to award us with something because they can't believe that somebody would drive 4 hours to clean up a street and then go back home. And then Alabama, they're driving 3 and 4 hours to come and clean up. So it's about 100.
It's more than just cleaning up. It's creating community.
Yeah, it's community.
Exactly. Get together. Let's do something for our city. Let's show respect and love for where the place that we live. Bueno, básicamente este grupo es, como hemos dicho, es un grupo, pues es una iglesia, ¿verdad? Que ha creado este programa de limpieza en la ciudad de Atlanta, pero también vienen personas de otras partes, de otras ciudades como Athens y de Alabama, Birmingham, y así, de otras partes. Y también de aquí van a otras partes a limpiar la ciudad y crear este ambiente de limpieza que, por cierto, siempre se ha dicho que es como...
Y es como lo de ayudar al prójimo, porque ellos vienen, nos ayudan acá de este lado y igualmente ellos van de aquí a ayudar a otras ciudades.
Y yo creo que la gente que es homeless, las personas que están vamos a decirle así la palabra, vagabundos, con todo respeto, ven esto y se sienten comprometidos a mantenerlo limpio, ¿verdad? Y bueno, continúo.
Okay. Basically what he was saying is, like, in a sense, like, for example, not to throw them under the bus or think anything less of them as persons, but for example, the homeless, they see that us as a community are helping out and keeping and maintaining basically theirs and our homes clean. It'll motivate them to do the same and keep up with it.
Yeah, because we actually see, when we're out there, we see everybody. People have actually come outside of their houses because we were, going through the neighborhoods, and they've come out of their houses and helped clean up. And we go out quarterly, so they see us on a quarterly basis. And so I hope that in between time, they're keeping it clean.
Absolutely.
And, the World Mission Society Church of God, we just want to share the love of a mother. So that's like one of the biggest things in our church. When you think about a mother's love for her children, it's unconditional. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter what they've done. They are able to look past all of that. So we're going to an area where most people don't necessarily want to go, but we feel that going into that type of area is showing a mother's love to people.
Right. So, because oftentimes it'll just get overlooked.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's an area that does get overlooked. If you see it before we clean up, you can tell that no one's really out there cleaning up the area. And for us to go give Mother's Hand to that area, to us it's a big deal because we definitely want them to feel that, that love from Heavenly Mother. So our church, we believe God the Father and also God the Mother. So our mission is to reduce crime, but also to share something that they wouldn't feel necessarily from another church, because the difference between our church and others is that we have Mother with us.
Right.
So we want to give that love to people.
Does this has anything to do with the other program of the Martin Luther King cleanup? There's another program, right, that has been created for the Martin Luther Day cleanup.
No, that might be something that the city of Atlanta has going on. When we first came to the city of Atlanta, they brought up Martin Luther King Drive, and I think since we were so excited, we were like, we want to clean up the city, and we came to the city of Atlanta. When we came to talk to them, they brought up that area, said it was kind of a place that was overlooked. Most people don't touch it. And this was back in 2012. And so we've just continued to do that area since it's been overlooked. But we don't have any connection necessarily with the other cleanup, but I mean, we don't mind the cleanup. We love everybody's cleanup, so.
Lately, do you have any other questions regarding the program, the cleaning program?
Actually, yes. You said something about people overlooking that area because in their mind they're probably like, oh, well, it's a mess there anyways, why bother, right? And I think essentially what you
is that the reason? You think?
No, that's just what other people.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They gave us that area, and they did mention it is overlooked. We just wanted to participate with them, so we don't know all the details.
I think what ends up happening is they're providing a sense of hope and a sense of community that, hey, you know, we haven't forgotten about y'all. You're still part of this team. Let me help you, help me, and vice versa.
There's a lot of saying of this area behind, in front, between here where we are and Mercedes
right
Stadium. Yeah, there's this side. If you go to the Mercedes Stadium from this side, there is this area that is very, very dangerous, everybody says. At one time, Waze takes you there a lot, and I've been there a couple times, and you don't know what they're doing on the street, but it looks kind of fishy, and it's like, what are they doing? Anyway, the thing is, that's I don't know what's the name, but I think it's West Atlanta or something like that, or what is it called?
I'm not sure the area, but I do want to say we are moving towards Midtown. That's the goal, to come down.
Start there.
Yeah, starting there and to come down. So the mission is to keep moving forward this direction.
But it's in that direction, not this direction, but is in, you know, where north side, whatever, the north side that is on the Mercedes-Benz.
Okay, stadium. Okay.
Yeah, if you go right here like this, and the stadium is on the left, is on the right. All these blocks right there. There's a lot of saying of the crime. There's a lot of crime there. And
we can definitely talk about it.
That might be a very good place to go.
We can definitely talk about it with the city of Atlanta. But.
Well, anyway, the main thing is to create community and to an effort to keep Atlanta clean in other communities as well, Athens and all that.
Yeah.
And
the whole world, the whole world. We have 8,800 churches in 175 countries, and in the past we've cleaned up at the same time on the same day so that we can call it a world cleanup. So we've done it all over the world at the same time. One time we did a Mother Street where we chose a street to clean up so that we can clean a full radius of the whole earth. So we do activities like this, again, to share the love of Heavenly Mother. So we,
Si quieres, perdón, ¿terminaron tu pregunta? ¿O no?
No more preguntas, pero nada más
un comentario.
Un comentario, el que sería el address, en donde si uno está interesado a las 9 de la mañana, el 17 de noviembre, sería en el C.T. Martin Recreation Center.
Yes.
Y el address es 3201 MLK Drive, Southwest.
Okay. Muy bien.
¿Otra vez?
Dilo otra vez.
3201 MLK Drive, Southwest, Atlanta.
Básicamente es donde se va a hacer
Ahí se van a juntar para poder ir a donde ahí se van a... Va a ser como un meet and greet.
Yeah. El Adam Bills or...
En el C.T. Martin.
That's the name of it.
Natatorium.
That's where you guys gonna get together. From there, you're gonna move.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Gonna be fun. Yes. Basically, is this you said that the church was awarded or something, recognized.
Yes.
Why not mention it?
Yeah. Thank you.
And you know what? Lately, it's I'm gonna get off a little bit. I'm gonna get off the.
It's gonna get shorty.
Yeah.
Okay.
And me voy a salir un poquito del tema de la limpieza, pero algo que está pasando mucho últimamente, que estoy viendo bastante. And all kidding aside, se habla mucho muchas mujeres me han tocado decir, una que otra mujer me ha dicho que Dios es una mujer. Y está creciendo la idea de que Dios es una mujer, me dicen una mujer por aquí, me dicen otra mujer por acá. La verdad no sé si es una nueva táctica de las mujeres para crear empoweramiento, pero hace medio sentido. Y yo no tengo problema que Diosito sea una mujer más chido para mí. Las mujeres son más lindas que los hombres, definitivamente. Pero esto está creciendo. El otro día caminando en Mercedes-Benz íbamos mi hija y yo a un partido de fútbol. Y una niña jovencita, a nosotros, no sé por qué éramos un montón, veníamos con la porra de Atlanta United, y a nosotros se vino con nosotros. Y, oye, ¿sabías tú que Dios también es una mujer y que no sé qué, y que también hay una mamá? Me imagino que es de la misma iglesia. Y me imagino que también pueden, o sea, va a tener un efecto social esto, definitivamente, el nuevo concepto de la mujer.
Pues sí,
Dios.
pues, la verdad, incluso para mí, hoy fue la primera vez que escuché
esto.
No,
yo lo tengo escuchando desde hace mucho, y yo siempre he tenido pues esa pregunta.
Y, pues, tenemos que recordar que cada cultura creciendo, dependiendo de qué parte del mundo sea, es una cultura que se envase ahí de morro. Y ya creciendo, pues tú creces con esa
idea.
Exactamente.
No, y ya pues, mira, los rancheros de acá de Estados Unidos creen que Jesús, güey, tenía pistolas y RKs y la chingada, o sea,
todo el rollo.
Pues, o sea, pues, que no.
Ni siquiera habían inventado las pistolas, apenas se inventaron en los...
Y que odia a los pobres, güey, y que Jesús odia a los pobres acá, y que no servicios sociales para nadie.
Hay que saber ya y reconocer ya cuando una pendejada es pendejada.
Sí, la verdad es que... Y se me hace, ojalá que lleguemos a un mundo más no de tolerancia, porque no me gusta esa palabra para nada. La tolerancia, me gusta la aceptación.
La aceptación.
Aceptas que
es diferente.
Sí, la tolerancia es aguantar, y pues aguantar es muy malo.
Contra, sí, pues, por eso.
Estás aguantando y ching, día pum.
No, tú acepta, nada más.
Acepta,
que existe,
sí,
que puede existir.
Y que tienen el derecho de...
Tienen el derecho,
exacto. Y bueno, I'm not sure if you're following.
Kinda.
Okay, well, what we're saying is, what we see is that this is a program based on religion, or religion creating a program, which is good. And you guys believe there's a mother in the mix.
Yeah.
And of course, it is. I love my Mother Mary.
Yeah.
Mother Mary for me is important, and whoever doesn't like her, that's fine. But I believe on that.
Okay.
I believe in Mother Guadalupana.
Okay.
La Guadalupana, and I can believe en Topollillo y chinguen a su madre todos, ¿verdad? I can believe in whatever I want.
Yeah.
So you guys but this new concept, which a lot of people has brought it to me.
I heard you say at the United game. Were you at the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were out. We were out there.
Yeah, I see that. I knew that was you.
That was
I know.
us.
Yeah, this young lady, approached my daughter and I, and they said, "Have you heard about
Heavenly Mother?"
The Heavenly Mother?" And I said, "You know what? I don't doubt it, because I believe in the mother, and I have stories to tell you about why I believe in the mother."
Okay.
And so, but I'm a Catholic, or I'm nothing at all.
Okay.
But I believe in Jesus Christ as my man. I love him.
Yes.
And it was thanks to a mother that he did what he did. So anyway, let's leave the religion. So you guys, but just tell me something. Have you found how is it growing, or how many members do you guys have? And
so the World Mission Society Church of God was established in 1964, and it was established by the second coming Christ on Sang Hong. So we actually believe that Christ already appeared a second time. And actually, it's interesting, I'm glad you allowed this opportunity, because North America, South America, and Central America right now are all telling 10 million people in our countries that we believe that Christ already came a second time. We're also testifying that Heavenly Mother is in the Bible. So in Revelations 22:17, this is where the concept comes from. It says that the Spirit and the bride are going to give us water of life. So we believe that the whole Bible has testified that all the souls of the people in the world have to come to the Spirit and the bride at the end. But when you look at Revelations, it's a prophecy about what's going to take place in the last days. We actually don't think it's a prophecy anymore. We believe that it's happening. That's why we're talking to people. We believe that the Spirit already came and also that the bride already came. So when we say Heavenly Mother, we're not talking about Mary or, Guadalupe, but we're talking about the wife of Christ. So we believe that Jesus has a wife. She came down out of the kingdom of heaven. And actually, we believe that Heavenly Mother has been here for 77 years. So when we're walking up to people and we're saying,
still here.
Yes, she is still here currently in the flesh. And she's the reason why we do the cleanups, actually. So the reason why we have ACES, I mentioned earlier to you that we have a ACES, which is Saving the Earth from A to Z. And we also have a We Love You Foundation that we kind of separate from the church so that we can do many different activities. Right. But she's the chairwoman of all of it. And the reason why we do it is to share her love with the people of the world. And in turn, what we've received is over 2,000 awards from different governments. So we've received the President's Award from Barack Obama and Donald Trump 13 times since 2014. We've also received the Queen's Award from Queen Elizabeth in 2016, which that award usually doesn't go to religious organizations, but it went to our organization because she actually researched the church.
Right, I was reading a little bit about that, and that was actually the first thing that came up, which I found interesting.
Yeah.
Because normally it's more on the volunteer basis only.
Usually the Queen's Award, right?
Exactly.
But because the Church of God, the World Mission Society Church of God in the UK did so many activities, the mayor and government officials, they wrote letters to the Queen and asked, can you please give this church an award? And so she researched the church because, they don't want to just put their name on anything. Right. She researched the church for 3 years and found that there's no government help. It's all our members. It's all us going out ourselves and doing it with our own. If it's any money or anything, any snacks that we have out there, usually we provided them for ourselves. And we go out there and we do it with joy and happiness because we want to share the love of a mother. So we do believe that Christ came back. We also believe that Heavenly Mother is here in South Korea right now.
Let's say that I like you guys as a group, but I don't believe on your things, but I can be part of, not me. Don't even start calling me. But if someone says, you know what, I like you as a people, as a person, I like you, Alegra, I like you this, but I hate when I go somewhere to a church and, no, we don't say that. We don't talk like that. And then they start controlling you.
Yeah.
Right.
You start controlling.
We got to baptize.
And then you do this, and then the leaders are so strong-minded, and then they go first for your words. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't wear that. And then they go for your wallet. And then your wallet.
We don't like that either.
Hey, here we do 10%, 15%, and then you come and now while you're driving that car, how are you driving that damn car?
You know what? It's terrible.
I agree with you, actually.
It's terrible, but it's true.
No, it's definitely true. Our church members talk about the same thing you're talking about. We don't like that either, and that's why we came to our church. I'm going to be honest. When I first came to the Church of God, I was shocked because when I walked in, I thought they were faking because everyone was like, oh, God bless you. How are you? How are you? Everybody was so happy. Yeah. And it was a totally different feeling in the church. It's different.
And then once you are against them, because I am very good at the beginning, everybody, but then I start saying, like one of the pastors one time said, hey, Eduardo, we want you to be here, a member and all that. But are we in the same, I just said, will you agree with me that God is an extraterrestrial person? And then he's like, what the fuck? And then I said, and it's true, because I said, just think about it. If you don't agree with me that God is extraterrestrial person or someone, entity, then we're in trouble.
I mean, obviously
because God is not terrestrial, right? I mean, it isn't. Yeah, so, and then there's a lot of things that isn't the same that comes with the controlling, and that's why I just always I'm afraid of
I understand that. We all feel the same way about church.
Would you guys label yourself a religion?
Yeah, people always ask, what, because we walk up to people, they always say, what denomination are you? But when I say I don't want to say non-denominational because non-denominational is a denomination now.
Thank you. Everybody wants to say no, we're non-denominational.
No, it's the same as the other one. So we just say we're Christian and we follow the Bible, but or I'll say we're Elohis because we actually believe in Elohim, God. So the actual word for God in the original text of the Bible was Elohim, and it meant gods in the plural form. So the original text of the Bible actually records God plural 2,500 times.
Why do we need I mean, I'm gonna get my mind now. We should start. It's everywhere, but why do we need to believe something? Why do we need to have, like the other day, this guy said, Tyson, the guy from Cosmos, he said, why do we need to have always a division? Like, why do we need to be like a tribe with this because I know we live, it's part of our reptile brain that we need to be on Saturdays or on Fridays is I'm a high school football supporter, and then Saturdays is another church, and then Sunday I'm an NFL, and then there's always a division. Oh, we're white. Yeah, but you're Christian, and then but now Christians and white. Then but you're from the South, and then no, but you're liberal. And then what the fuck? At the end, it's like there's so many things that you need to be part of something and to create some kind of rivalry.
I've always said, go with your heart.
And acceptance.
And acceptance. Don't go with he said she. Go with wherever your heart leads you.
Yeah.
If it happens to be Baptist, it happens to be Baptist. That's where your heart is at, and can't nobody take that away from you.
Do you guys baptize people in the...
Do we baptize? Yeah.
Baptize, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we baptize people, but not the way you explained earlier. Like, it's no force, like, you gotta be baptized right now. It's not like that. Like when we meet people, how somebody approached you at Atlanta United, we just say, do you want to come to a Bible study? The reason why we ask people to come to Bible study is because, first of all, I already know when I approach some people say they heard of it, but a lot of people, myself included, the first day that I heard it, turned their noses up like, no, that's because to say that there's another God when you learned your whole life that there's only one God from your mom and your grandma. My mom taught me there's only God the Father. And so when someone came to me and said that there's God the Mother, the first reaction was, I will never believe that. That's blasphemy. So then the person that invited me, they asked me to come multiple times because they worked with me. So they saw me every day and they kept saying, just please, just one time. And so my initial point for coming was to come and say I went and never go back. That was my point to come. So when I came and I actually sat down, what they did was open the Bible and show me prophecy. So when I say prophecy, I mean things that are foretold that are going to happen in the future. And then they were able to match up things that actually happened with the Bible. So the only reason why I began to believe what I believe and change my whole thinking is that, honestly, the Christianity that I had learned my whole life, this lady crushed everything I believed initially in 1 hour. And when I say what I consider to be Christian, it wasn't in the Bible. I just heard somebody tell me that.
I was going to ask you, give us an example of one of those?
Yes, sometimes it gets offensive to people, but...
we're an old bars kind of radio station.
No.
Well, Sunday worship is not in the Bible. So my whole life I worship God on Sunday. And every church, they only offer worship on Sunday. But when you look in the scriptures, it says that we should rest on the seventh day of the week.
Seventh day.
And also in the Spanish Bible, it says sábado. Yeah. So that is actually Saturday.
On the Sabbath, right?
Yes, Sabbath.
Yeah.
So
that's something that we don't understand why Chick-fil-A
closes on Sunday. That's our
come on, guys.
That's our issue too.
It should be closed on Saturday.
Yes, it should be closed on Saturday, and then we who are off on Sunday, we should be able to go to Chick-fil-A.
I mean, and I'm not saying your church, but it's the real thing.
That's
the real
what's
thing.
Yes, so that's what's in the Bible.
Yes,
it's supposed to be on Saturday, and when you sit down and like literally, I did a Bible study because my the person that invited me to the church, I fought until I was blue in the face saying, oh, so your little church that worships on Saturday is the only people going to heaven? And he said, well, if you're a Christian, shouldn't you follow what the Bible says? And so he kept saying, if you love God, you'll do what he commands. If you love God, you'll do what he commands. So I said, okay, show me what the Bible says. And so when I sat down from the beginning in Genesis, God worked for 6 days and he rested on the seventh day. Then when you look in the 10 Commandments, the fourth commandment is to keep the Sabbath day. And it says 6 days you shall labor, but the seventh day is a Sabbath. So it's not even that you can make up which day. It says the seventh day is a Sabbath. Then later you can see in Luke chapter 4, Jesus kept the Sabbath day. Then you can see in Acts that the apostles kept the Sabbath day.
That should not even be discussed.
You know what? Even since a kid, I always ask myself,
The Saturday is the
It's
most
Saturday.
beautiful day.
Why are we at church on Sunday?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I thought the
Saturday-
same thing, but
yeah,
but I did fight still when I
Right.
heard.
But
the
it's,
initial
But
But
teaching.
then right there, I'm with my parents, and I have no choice of what religion.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
That's, I mean, definitely every religion across the world, across the history of the humans, they have adapted to the
Changes.
tribes, to the groups. Hey, these guys, they like.
I think what ended up happening is that religion always got persecuted by somebody.
Yes, this is what happened. The Christians were persecuted by the Romans.
Exactly.
Oh, you know.
Oh, I
and
know.
then
I'm deep
Constantine
in this
changed the
Jewish,
Sabbath.
right now by the white supremacists.
To
of-
Sunday.
So-
Yes,
that's
Constantine,
where it
who
happened.
was
we
a
love
sun
you,
god
white
worshiper.
supremacists. No, shoot us, don't shoot us. It's okay.
Yeah, me
You
either.
can
I didn't
be-
say anything.
Yeah.
But
Well,
Constantine
anyway.
changed the Sabbath
Yeah,
from Saturday
that's
to
what
Sunday.
I read too.
So he's so then do we follow Constantine or we follow Jesus? So that's why we go
Well,
back and keep
anyway,
the Sabbath day.
going back, the good thing is that you guys are in action. You're doing something.
Yeah,
you're-
great things for the community.
And that's the most important thing. And the most important thing is right now. That's what we need to bring, that kind of message of love. And definitely, that if it's a Saturday, Sunday, who cares? You can do Monday. Do Monday.
At least try to volunteer, and start somewhere.
Yeah, start somewhere.
Even if you're not completely committed.
Yeah,
start
and
somewhere.
if they come, they don't have to feel like they're a part of the Church of God. It's just helping the community. So it's their community. So we definitely want to get them involved as well.
Right,
Because a
right.
lot of us that are going there don't even live in the area.
The only thing that I want to say to all these pastors and everybody leaders, don't say that just read the Bible. That's where it scares me. Where just this is the only book you have. No, it's not true. We need to read a lot of many topics, not magazines. Stop listening just guys like us. and make things like if I said something, just go fact check it.
Yeah.
Go check it. Read thick books, not magazines, not newspapers. No, read the whole doctrine behind the concept.
Right.
If someone says that,
Well, just like you said, like when you went to the game
Mhm.
and they approached you, you were like, what? But
Yeah.
now that we're actually have somebody from that non-denomination,
Yeah.
whoever
now I
made us.
actually get more of a interested feeling. You see what I mean?
Do you?
Now I want to go and see what's
going on.
What's going on, and
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't. I don't want.
And
I
we
don't want to go to
understand.
church. I mean, I graduated from church a long time ago.
Oh, you graduated?
Yeah, I don't. I'm already have a pass, so I
See,
believe that God.
I didn't even graduate from high school. So.
I graduated. No. Is that Eddie? I think one day, because I was very into church long time,
Yeah.
missions and things and everything. I was so into it. And said, hey, I think you're ready to come to church again, Eduardo. And I said, but you're not ready for me. I don't think. That's a problem, that I don't want to cause any problems in church. And church is so important for people that some people need it. I can live by myself. I don't need anything. I mean, I need the society, but I don't need right now. I don't need that. But some people, you guys have helped so many people.
Yeah.
Have helped me before. When you're in unity and when you're really in spirit, that's so beautiful. It's just when it gets organized is when I hate it. Or not hate it, dislike it. When everything is like, you gotta do that. Yeah, but I have other things to do, so go ahead. But anyway, I believe the most important thing is that you get in action, and that's a beautiful action. So that's very good. There's a lot of groups, Catholic groups, there's Jewish groups, everybody, every religion has done very good things, and they're all welcome here, right, to talk about your church and your activities. And
I
I'm
thank
so
you
glad.
for respecting, everything too. So
No, I love it. I love it, and
appreciate
I mean, your message about the women in the mix.
Mhm.
I mean, that makes all the sense.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. So anyway, but who knows?
And for those people that are interested in volunteering, again, it's November 17th, at 9 a.m. at the CT
Clarence T. Martin Recreational Center.
Recreational Center. What is it? 3201 Martin Luther King Drive, Southwest Atlanta.
People can come. Can people come and not be talk? I mean, if there's people that wants to be part of your helping the kid, but they don't want to be here. Anything. If I say to some Catholics, would you promise me you will not convert them?
No, we don't do it. When they come, we clean up. And we let them enjoy our presence and see how amazing we are. And then they ask their own questions. We don't push.
Right.
We don't push.
I don't want to lose more Catholics.
No, we don't push.
Oh my God, that's good. No, it's okay. You can take them all. I'll give them to you.
I feel like sometimes they're the most corrupt ones.
Yeah, let's not.
Let's not talk.
Yeah.
That's just me and my personal opinions.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's true. It's true. It's so much stuff going on right now. We need to just spread the love.
And it's not her, it's us. Okay.
Okay. Vamos a hacer una oración. No oración. Vamos a hacer. What do you do to ground yourself?
Me?
¿Qué haces para sentirte aterrizada, tranquila?
Descompresada.
To rest?
Just to kind of like
Stay.
To be in the present. To be in the present moment.
Honestly, I mean, I teach the Bible every day, so I'm just happy. I'm really happy.
Do you feel like the Bible is your...
Yeah,
like
but...
whenever you're stressed out, your Bible
it's a go-to. But it's also, I mean, I believe I have eternal life. So since I have eternal life, if I can't pay my rent, somebody else can pay their rent, but I have eternal life. I don't really have a reason to be upset. Mm-hmm. So I think that being thankful for what I've received from God is definitely a big reason why I'm happy. And I tell people at church all the time, like, how can you be upset when you have eternal life and we were walking towards our graves?
Like, I've had this situation, not with me personally, but I've experienced it, that this guy or person happens to be a real, religious person. Mm-hmm. And, it's always mostly optimistic, but the moment something goes wrong, mm-hmm. he falls back and blames the man above.
But do you know, like, to me, I think that a person's faith is based on when the situation is bad.
Right.
So in my opinion, like, your real faith is when the situation is bad.
That's when your real faith
So then your real faith comes out, and then you say something in that moment that shows you're still not ready yet.
Still you're not ready.
Yeah, so I'm always trying to overcome those, and not that I have it all together either, but I do think it's a real big deal to walk in a room and make everyone feel God inside of you and make everyone feel happy. So if I'm ever really upset or like can't really think, anyone who knows me, they know I usually leave the room because I don't want to give that type of vibe to other people. Yeah, right. But I'm also the kind of person where if you are acting real negative, I will find the positive group and go laugh with them because I prefer to laugh and have fun. So that's my personality. So
that's good. And by the way, it says Oprah Winfrey says here, and I've been saying it a lot, this magazine, my daughter gave it to me. This is very nice, kind of a special edition of Time magazine, mm-hmm. The Science of Stress. And I like it because it's manage it, manéjalo, el estrés manéjalo, evítalo, o ponlo a usar.
Basically, avoid it.
It's manéjalo,
manage it, avoid it, or use it.
Or you put it to use. The stress is important because it's energy that you can turn it. But what she said is that the reason why you're always stressed is because you want this moment to be something that is not. You just stop and you accept this moment for what it is. Una de las cosas que yo veo, Carlos, es que tenemos el problema de que no estamos conscientes de que no estás contento con el momento. Mm-hmm. It's very important. We have that problem that we don't accept the moment, or we're not satisfied with our present. Mm-hmm. And then, but when you just go and you do your list of things that you should be thankful for, like hey, thanks God you're here. I was able to have coffee for you. I was able to thank you God for giving me that chance. And you guys to be with me, be in my show. Thank you for the power, and thank you for this, thank you for that, and whatever. You start. Oh, the lady that gave me she saw me with few items in the line, and she said, "Hey, please, you go ahead."
Yeah.
You go home in the night and say, "Oh my God, thanks God."
Nice.
That was so nice that someone gave me that, and whatever. Once you start counting all your things, life will start changing to you.
Yeah, because a lot of times we walk around and we're blind. Like we're blind. Like, we're not really in the present.
Yeah.
Like for example, like you go down to the grocery store, and you know obviously you gotta buy groceries, but at the same time your mind is probably somewhere else, and you don't notice little gestures like, oh, you can go ahead.
You don't notice what's happening.
Exactly, because you're walking around blind or
you
with
know,
tunnel vision.
Driving on the highway, change your. I mean, I used to have a lot of issues with car rage and all that.
Okay.
Not anymore by just putting myself in their shoes.
Yep.
Like that guy's like asking you to move, and I said, "Why? What?
I
just
used to,
move,
I used to have road
move.
rage too,
you don't know in what kind of urgency that person is.
The same thing.
Just move."
No.
And then if I see a truck driver that is trying to really to do something, I go and help him.
Yeah,
I mean, I
stop,
try to.
or you slow down and
you
you
slowly let
it
it go. And then when you start doing things like that, your life. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but
I've had the same kind of
change my perspective.
I've also learned that most people, anxiety, it's a discomfort with not knowing what the future is going to be.
Yes.
So even though they have everything that they have, they're so focused on not knowing if they're going to be able to pay this or not being, or they're not. But today they have it.
Because they're not in the present.
Yeah. So today they have it. So anxiety comes from not knowing what the future is going to bring. So me, like you said, the way that I was able to get up, because there was a time when I didn't have a job, and when I wasn't working, I would wake up with anxiety, but I knew how to fight it. And I would get up in the morning and I'd run for 10 minutes and I'd give thanks for everything I did have. Because maybe I don't have money tomorrow, but I have gas in my car right now to still get to where I gotta go. Or I still have this, I still have that. And then suddenly what you're lacking becomes an abundance that you're like, oh my God, I'm really blessed. So I think people should just stop trying to predict what the future is gonna be. And like you said, focus on
what you said.
Or like
right
impress
now.
other people sometimes too.
What?
Sometimes oh, check it out. This is designer sweater, you know. Oh, this is Walmart. Walmart, 15
Is that
bucks.
Walmart?
This is
Goodwill.
Walmart.
Really?
Walmart.
No way.
Yeah.
I hate Walmart.
These-
You know why I
these-
hate
these
Walmart?
socks, I got like $30,
They
$45.
don't care. It's like I feel. I mean, I go there and it's like the people in the cash registers. It's like they don't care about
they're
me.
a little angry.
They look angry, and it's like a.
Well,
But
I'ma tell you
everything
this.
else is awesome. Look,
Yeah.
I had these socks for 10 years. I still have
not a hole in it.
No, they now. Oh my God, I use them for soccer, but they were awesome, so thick and so good, and I use them for practices for more than 10 years. For more than
They were
10
your
years,
lucky
I have
socks.
still a couple, and
I've had shoes like that too from like
these are
Payless
from
back in the
Walmart.
day.
But it's a lot of trouble going there. It's kind of like, I mean, just
Especially
to
at
get
night.
out there is so difficult. But anyway, it is true. Are you happy right now?
I'm
How do you
happy,
feel? How do you feel?
Comfortable. Like what tomorrow brings. If
Do this.
oh,
Oh! When you tap yourself and feel, let me
I'm
tell
alive.
you. You know what?
I'm
That,
alive.
I would love to do a Bible study, but with people that is not religious. That would be amazing if we start doing
That
that.
is a
That
dope
I get
idea.
is the most beautiful
How
moment.
do you do that?
I don't.
That's the
I
beautiful
do.
part
I am
about it.
like you and I. If we
Oh,
start
I
doing
see.
it tonight,
Okay.
we get someone else wants to come, but I don't want to say, "Hey, on
But
Sunday
we-
we'll meet you
but
somewhere."
wouldn't
Nah,
that be
nothing. I don't
kind
want to
of
go
like-
on Sunday anywhere.
Like hypocritical of us?
Huh?
Wouldn't that be kind of like
No.
hypocritical? Of
When
us?
you start talking about, I don't know what it is. I don't know what
No,
it is. I'm not getting religious.
I'm saying because of
But
this.
when I do talk about the Bible or the book, and you start talking about it,
Right.
and then you start telling what do you understand, and then I start one saying,
I think it
the
shouldn't be called a
feeling.
Bible study then. It should be called a focus group.
No,
Or
but
something
with the
like that.
Bible.
That's fine. We can include the Bible.
I'm
and
just
talk.
saying. I'm not trying to be religious here. I'm just saying. Well, I don't know what it is.
Well, see,
But when
I'm
you start
arguing
reading
You know
about
something
it,
when you talk about the
oh
Bible.
my
Yeah.
God,
It has-
Sounds like you
yeah.
might be religious.
Yeah.
No,
Exactly.
not really. I don't
That's what
know.
I'm getting.
I don't just don't want someone to tell me yes, and then I'll wait for you,
But you
Mr.
feel-
Fernandez.
but you
And
feel
then
passion.
that controlling shit, it makes me so mad that someone is there. No, but don't do this and don't do that, and your red card means that, and this guy. One time I went to this Baptist church. And I really want to have we were in family, and then the guy knocked my door on Saturday.
No, it was.
And I was working, doing a lot of things, and the guy's like, "Hey, how are you? How are you?" I say, "What do you want?" And then it's like, "Well, we like to visit and by surprise and see who you really are." I said, "Really? Okay." So yeah, what do you mean? I said, "Well, we want to know if you do drink alcohol and what?
What the hell?
Come in! I have
You said,
tequila.
Let's talk
I
over
have
some scotch.
beer, tequila. What else do you want?
But
Do you want a shot?"
But somebody comes in and says, "Hey, I'd like to read you a few scriptures from the Bible."
But not
Nice.
now. One day. I mean, I like to read the Bible. That's what.
By
But
yourself?
in group, no. I don't. I like it, but I don't enjoy it when I'm with someone else, and we start talking about what's your thoughts about it. I don't know what it is.
And that's fine. But if I say you shouldn't talk on this radio station because all you do is curse and all you do is curse and act a fool. You shouldn't be doing this radio station. That's what you don't want to hear, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
that's what it
right.
sounds
I curse with
passion.
With passion. I curse for a purpose. You
That's what
know.
I'm saying. I curse transparently.
Yeah.
I don't curse to offend it.
Yeah, exactly. We just
Which doesn't make it right. I understand.
like
I
a
understand
frocket.
society.
We need to start changing the word to frocket.
Yeah.
Like,
And you know who's good
Hey,
at
don't
that?
frock around.
And you know who's good at that?
Yeah,
My little nephews.
really.
Yeah.
They're
They get
good.
away with so many curse words that are disguised.
Yeah.
What the
Well,
freak?
but
What?
you know, talking about anxiety, I think
That was a backhand in my
That's the same
days.
thing. Yeah, same thing.
anxiety. What you're saying is a big thing. That's the highlight of our time here.
Segment here.
But what you say about anxiety is a big time. Because that's when you're afraid of the future is because you're not grounded or you're not with God, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
You need to be thankful with
What
what you have, and
you have a lot.
well, I have a song. It's called it's King Crimson. I know you probably don't. Do you know King Crimson?
I do not, sir.
You have to know this song. This is a beautiful song. King Crimson, happy with what you have to be happy with. How about that? Thank you for
Sounds
being
Good
here.
topic.
Thank you for having me.
November 17,
Yes, 9
9
a.m.
a.m.
9 a.m.
Yeah.
Where?
at the C.T. Martin Recreational Center.
What?
It's a cleanup for the World Mission Society Church of God, the City of Atlanta, and the Department of Corrections.
It was a great conversation.
It was.
I hope you
I'm
enjoyed
so
the
happy.
same.
Thank you.
And
I did have a good time.
Thank you, Carlos. Te
Thank
espero
you, sir.
Thank you, Carlos, as well.
el miércoles que viene.
Miércoles. ¿Apago live o lo vas a dejar prendido?
No, va. A ver si no nos disparan.
A ver si no nos
Metemos en
perjudica.
ay, ay.